All right, what is up, guys? Finally, after a couple of hours of trial and error, we have our first live stream discount game review to do today. We have Marvel's Avengers. This game was released in 2020. Perfect.
A few months ago.
2 months ago.
A few months ago.
Few months too soon.
FEW. Yeah.
And
So this game.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this game came out a few months ago to awful reviews, and basically Square Enix has been trying to rebuild its audience by pumping out content for this game, but content has been delayed. Now, I do like this game, my friend. I do like this game. But if you go to any review website out there, it's completely being trashed.
I don't like this game.
I know you don't like this game, but you never ever played it.
You asked me to buy it, and I said no.
No, so I bought it at a discount. But I bought it at a discount at $39, and I believe I got my money's worth.
Okay. And
so why don't you tell? Go ahead.
Would you classify this as a AAA title game?
It's a AAA title. Square Enix and the Marvel branding. The Marvel IP and Square Enix together? Yeah, it's triple.
Just throw names at it.
Title.
Let's just throw names at it.
It's a AAA title, come on.
AAA title, and for all the people watching today, you're running this on, you can see that in the description down below, a 9900K overclock to, as I can see, 5.1 gigahertz, RTX 3080 FTW3 EVGA, also overclocked, 32 gigs of RAM running at 3400 megahertz speed.
36.
And currently you're streaming this at 1080p.
I don't remember what I'm streaming it at. It's just not a good resolution in my opinion.
112 FPS on the menu. Perfect. So I don't like this game. You like this game. Let's get out of the menu. Let's get into the game and show everyone what this is all about and why this game is so freaking expensive.
So first, let's tell everybody that this is a trial. Basically, we're going to see how the video is going to flow. Basically a test for how we're going to have the layout of our reviews. So we've been having trouble setting this up, and we'll figure out eventually and get a proper format to go forward. But for this one here, basically, let's tell the audience basically how you want to review this game.
Well, the goal is that we're going to be picking a game once a week. Preferably, it's a game that either I like and you don't like, or you like and I don't like. So this way we have unbiased opinion about the game. We rarely agree on what games we like together. And we're going to be reviewing the game and finding out if it's worth buying at a discount. Not at full price. The concept is at a discount. You can add it to your Steam wish list. This way you'll get a notification from Steam when the game comes on sale, and then you can make the decision to buy it based on the reviews that you watch. We're not going to be reviewing any brand new games because brand new games take a while to come out on discount. Like, we're not going to be seeing Cyberpunk on a discount anytime soon, even though it has shitloads of problem. Can I say shit on live stream? I don't know.
No, but whatever.
Shit. So essentially, that's what we want to do. We want to review games and find out if they're worth buying at a discount, not at full price. Some of the games might actually be older games, and we're going to be looking into the fact if they're worth bringing back out of the dead, if they're going to be worth bringing back into your Steam library. Maybe you've wanted to buy it before and you just weren't sure if it was worth it. So we're going to do the dirty work for you, and we're going to play the game, and we're going to review 5 characteristics about the game. I know the title of my channel is 5W Tech, which is the what, when, where, who, and why, but we can't really apply that with games so much. We can a bit, but we're going to look into a different breakdown. We're going to look into the graphics, performance, value, longevity, and what was the 5th one?
Graphics, performance, what was it? Graphics, performance, gameplay,
value,
longevity, and value. We already had value.
Did I say
graphics,
value?
Performance? Yes. So graphics, performance, gameplay, longevity, blah.
Perfect. That's the 5.
You know what? Well, again, we'll do it in order. So we'll do gameplay first, then graphics, then performance, then longevity, and then value. So we'll do gameplay first.
Gameplay. Let's get on with it.
Yes.
Get out of the menu
All
because
right.
I'm sick and tired of watching these guys.
All
Who
right.
is on the right? Who is that?
Who's what?
Who's
This is
the-
Thor.
Who's on the right-hand side? That's not a
What
superhero.
you're talking about? What are you talking
That's
about,
a
my friend?
superhero. So I'm watching Thor load in right now. Now it's Iron Man. Wait for everyone so that the stream catches up because you're probably going to be ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Black Widow is not a superhero. Sorry. Fists McGee.
Fists Mickey.
You got it. This is Hawkeye, but female.
Yeah,
What is
female
this?
Hawkeye.
This.
Female Hawkeye.
This is insane. Are you running your overclock on your 3080 right now?
Yeah.
Excellent. Perfect. So we're watching the gameplay now. You're in some sort of safe zone, I presume.
I'm in the this is the safe zone. It's the Avengers helicarrier. Basically, I mean, if you're familiar with Destiny, the concepts are the same. You have this little war table. Go into it. It will launch up your actual missions.
Can you put us on a mission? Do you have something to do?
Yeah, well, I finished the game. I mean, so the end game basically I haven't really gotten into that much, but I finished the campaign. The campaign was great, in my opinion.
Okay.
So let's look for something that we can.
How would you
so basically,
how would you sum up the gameplay from a scale of 1 to 10? The campaign.
so the campaign I enjoyed. I give the campaign a 7.
Okay.
It's a third-person hack and slash looter shooter.
Okay.
Well, not looter shooter. All depending on the character you have.
All
Kind of
right.
looter shooter. So let's launch a mission here.
So you're launching a mission you've already completed. So you're able to relaunch.
No, this is not. These are side missions that I haven't
Okay.
done yet. So the gameplay, you basically have a bunch of characters to choose from. So you select your hero companion. I love Iron Man, so I'm Iron Man. You have a choice of 6 characters.
Okay.
Iron Man, Hulk, Miss Marvel, Thor, this guy's name, Captain America, and Black Widow.
All right.
The first expansion added the female Hawkeye, Kate Bishop.
Okay.
So, but this mission is from the original campaign, so she's not here. So we'll launch it. You play with up to 3 other people.
Okay.
If you had the game, you'd be slotted right here.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're a Miss Marvel type of character, so you'd be right there.
All right.
So here's our inventory locker. Terrible. But let's look at the Destiny comparison, right? So I have my gear loadout. There's some gold gear, blue gear, purple gear. There's my power level, 60. I'm
Okay.
quite low. And level 32 overall. Basically, your gear doesn't really do anything cosmetic.
Yeah.
It just gives you buffs, and if I'm understanding correctly, it's just buffs and
Perks.
dual modifiers and perks, exactly.
Okay. Are there any microtransactions in this game? Can you?
Oh, there are.
Oh, okay,
There are
great,
tons.
Great.
There are tons.
Whip out
They're
your
usually-
credit cards, folks.
So here are all the objectives from the campaign and expansion, and a bunch of other side quests that we're. There's also chain quests where you could pick a superhero and do quests that are tailored towards them.
Okay.
Skills, basically your usual skill set. It's simple RPG. You get tokens and you can buy a skill. You have primary, you got specialty, history. Gear, we went through gear already. Cosmetics, here's your microtransactions, my friend. Enjoy.
Oh God.
Go to market. Let's go to marketplace. Let's look.
Oh no.
Oh,
Don't encourage.
Look at
I
this.
do
This is
not
great.
encourage
Look
this.
at this. Look at this great outfit.
Oh, okay.
I believe
it's the
this
skins. Oh God.
Look at these. The currency conversion. I'm not gonna really talk about. There
Yeah.
are microtransactions, and they're not worth it. 100% not worth it. You have
Okay.
skins. You have
Save your money.
tags. Yeah. Not
Save
worth
your
it.
money, folks.
have little collections here. When you can collect original copies of actual comics, which
Nice.
I haven't uncovered them all, but whatever.
Yeah.
Social. I have no friends playing this game. Oh well.
Right. And as you should.
And challenge. Challenge card. Here's my progression during the week, basically. The weekly and daily challenges. I don't really do them. As I said, I haven't played the end game.
Right.
We're gonna review it from a campaign perspective, and I believe at $39, like I said, we'll say at the end, but I
Right.
believe at $39, the campaign is worth it.
Okay. But so at
So
$39, not only will you get the campaign, but you'll get all the other aspects of the game as well.
yes,
Okay. Which you
so
haven't even
again,
touched.
I barely touched it, but again, the game came out a couple of months ago. Uh, to a loud thud, basically. It was ripped apart by a bunch of people.
Right.
Um, there was performance problems and so on, but I mean, we'll get to it when we get to those areas. But
Mm-hmm.
again, from a gameplay perspective, we'll start it up. I showed all the intrinsic areas where you could something RPG light.
Okay.
So I'm launching a meeting. Oh, it's not on my SSD,
Uh-huh.
so it takes
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's a
We're still
I
using the hard
will
drive. 2021 and
yeah.
you're still using a physical hard drive.
Well, this one's on my Western Digital black 4 terabyte drive.
Right.
It's not on my NVMe or any of my SSDs, so it's not too bad.
I'm right now. I'm more interested in your FPS and your CPU temperatures. That's what's captivating me right now. I
Jesus,
can see that at
200.
1080p, it's hammering your CPU as well.
Yeah.
Like you hit around 72 degrees Celsius on a 9900K with liquid cooling.
So did the stream catch up yet? I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, you're there. You're on the field.
So you have each one of your characters have different abilities. Iron Man basically flies and has laser shots and a bunch of supers as well.
Right.
So as you see in the bottom right, there's a bunch of supers and special moves.
Mm-hmm.
The combat is incredible. I like it. It's very good combat. It's similar to Assassin's Creed type of combat. Dodge, punch, move.
Okay.
They throw a bunch of enemies at you. Each enemy has special modifiers or shields and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
I enjoy it. It's a good button smasher.
And how would you rate the AI of the enemies or the ads? How do they respond? How's their Are they easily manipulated? Can you kite the enemies? Like, are they pretty smart?
They're so-so.
Okay.
Nothing super incredible, but it's a decent challenge. It's a decent challenge. It's not like you'll blow through this quickly. Like you put a good 20 hours.
Okay.
If you take your time, it's a good between 12 to 20 hours in my opinion.
For the
It took me
campaign.
about the campaign took me 12 hours, the original one I think, and the expansion took another 3 hours, the Kate Bishop expansion.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a typical in my opinion slasher, button masher, but with loot and modifiers. So it's like a mix of Destiny / Borderlands and the type of how the foundational of the game works
Right.
with like Assassin's Creed button mashing in my opinion.
Okay. And I presume you'll run into some bosses within the groups of enemies as well.
Yeah, the bosses are all the same.
Okay, they're all the same, and would you classify them as just sponges, basically, or they just stand there and just take hits from you, or do they really counter you? Do they have...
Depends on what type of boss it is. It's usually a giant robot.
Okay.
Or the only superhero you fight in this, or supervillain, is like Murdoch and Abomination. They put up a decent fight, but the rest of the bosses are just giant mechs and giant assault carriers, for example.
Okay. So you're playing
So the
with
gameplay,
you're playing with Iron
I'm playing
Man.
with
Is
AI.
is this your favorite character, or
It is my favorite character. It
okay. You
is.
chose Iron Man over Thor.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Thor is whatever. Iron Man is like a Batman that's funny, basically,
Okay.
but a drinking problem. Batman with a drinking problem. So yeah, so some of these levels, basically, you got to clear the enemies, stay in an area, make sure the timer increases while you're in one place, while you're beating enemies at the same time.
Right.
It's typical stuff and for these type of looter shooter type of games.
Okay. So
Again, to me, it's enjoyable. I don't have an issue. It's a fun time waster in my opinion.
okay. So why did it get grilled so bad? Is it just it was just a great target because it was from Marvel and everyone just wants to hit down on the big bad company, or was there really valid reasons to crash down on the game by the reviewers?
Well, we'll get into that near the end, but it really came down to repetitive gameplay,
Okay.
end game not so much, and a lot of performance problems.
Okay. So speaking of performance, that is one of our categories that we want to talk about.
Yes.
Do you want to
So
get into performance?
So performance of this game really depends on your system. With a 3080 and a 9900K,
Okay.
performance is pretty good.
Let's hold on a second. So I don't think a lot of people have their hands on an RTX 3080. They're not as fortunate as you. Would this game be more CPU intensive, or is it
It's GPU intensive.
it's GPU intensive? Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I could really like, if I would say what the performance looks like on an average. If depending on your specs, you're not going to do well, especially with ultra textures. It's going to just kill your system VRAM.
Okay.
Your GPU, yeah, it's going to kill it.
All right.
Look, I have 10 gigabytes of VRAM and it's allocating 9900 megabytes.
Yeah, I see that.
So
At 1080p.
yep, with ultra textures.
Okay. Did you
But
have to
people
download
without-
it? Did you have to get an extra texture pack for this game, or it was
Yeah,
just
exactly. You had to
okay.
download extra.
Okay.
So I'm from what I see online, people without hard top of line hardware, they're not doing too well with the performance of this game.
Okay.
DLSS helps, and this game has DLSS 2.1, where it's a good implementation of it. The quality is good, and it also has dynamic resolution scaling
Okay.
with DLSS. But it's broken for me. The game keeps on crashing every time I use it.
Okay.
So I just leave DLSS on quality and then play it as is.
All right.
What I noticed is when I play this game at 4K, there's a lot of frame drops.
Okay.
I mean, 1 second I'm at 90, 100 frames per second, and then at 50 to 60.
All right.
No apparent reason. No apparent reason. At all.
Interesting.
None whatsoever.
Has there been many hot fixes for the game since it came
There's
out?
NVIDIA released some hot fixes. I believe AMD has done some.
Okay.
Square Enix has been throwing out patches like crazy. A lot of people are getting device hung XG errors. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed, I believe.
Okay. So.
But when it works, it works.
All right.
When it works, it works.
Well, I see that you're targeting 130 frames per second on average here at 1080p with a monster system. And that's at 1080p. So I'm scared to see what you would be running at 4K, to be honest with you. That's a bit concerning.
Yeah, at 4K, it's averaging 60 to 70 frames per second.
Okay.
I'll be honest. Inside, it touches 80 to 90.
Yeah.
Outside, 60 to 70.
Okay.
It runs well for me. But again, I have a 3080 that's overclocked to hell.
Right.
Back with a 9900K that's overclocked. So
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody has those specs.
No. Well, there you have it. So, performance-wise, if you don't have some pretty good state-of-the-art equipment, I guess expect to tweak your graphics a bit. I'm assuming the graphics menu is pretty detailed as far as what you can reduce, what you can tweak, what you can change.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at it. Once we get out of this screen here, all right, let's take a quick look at the graphics menu. So from a displays perspective, I'm running a 1440. What do you know?
Okay.
So here's your monitor, refresh rate, 120 hertz, VSync it off. NVIDIA DLSS, I'm on a quality here. Dynamic resolution scaling is off because it completely breaks the game for me.
Right.
And here's the subtitles. From a graphics perspective, you have basically screen space reflections, motion blur, volumetric lighting, ambient occlusion, level of detail, shadow quality, SSCS, contact shadows, tessellation. It's pretty layered well here.
Yeah.
Texture quality ultra. There's a lot of features, and even Intel specific features.
Wow.
Look at this: enhanced destruction, enhanced water simulation.
Ooh.
You know, it doesn't really do anything.
I haven't seen that in a while. Intel specific enhancements. That's interesting.
So yeah, there's no ray tracing, but
Okay.
it is an NVIDIA sponsored title.
All right.
So there is DLSS.
At least you got one of the two. So that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. So I don't think anyone's going to be building a system just for this game because popularity wise, well, you like it, I don't like it. So already 50-50 right there. Survey, 2 people, one hates it, one likes it. So there you go.
Yeah, the game, I mean, graphically, let's get into the graphic portion here. Graphically, the game it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great. As like we showed all the features, it looks freaking on 4K HDR screen, incredible.
Okay.
Ultra textures, character models are detailed.
Yeah.
Environments are detailed. It looks really good.
Very nice.
I mean, we can't deny how it looks.
No, it looks good. It looks nice. Textures look good. Gameplay looks good. It looks fine. I'm not gonna say that it looks like shit. So
all right. So I mean, we both agree with that. So we covered gameplay, graphics, and performance. Now the longevity. So you brought it up that basically the Steam user count for this game has dumped into the toilet, basically.
okay.
Non-existent player count. If
Yeah.
I go on to search for a match, I'll beat her for 3 hours. Get it.
All right.
It's just non-existent. And on the consoles, it's a bit better, but it's still
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Player base has dropped off. Completely dropped off, and it's quite sad, really.
Do you have crossplay with console or no? There's no crossplay.
I think it's supposed to be coming, but it's not. No, it doesn't exist.
Okay. Well, that might save its butt, right? If the PC, I'm assuming that's a boss that just spawned right there, right?
Yeah, well, boss / regular character.
Okay,
turns
you
into
just melted him, so okay. All right, so
I mean,
longevity-wise,
yeah.
it's not doing good on the Steam charts.
No, it's not doing well in Steam charts. The end game content is repetitive and boring. I stayed away from it.
All right.
And they're behind by 2. Right now there should have been. Right now we should have 2 DLCs,
Yeah.
free DLCs. We only had 1, and that one was delayed. The second DLC is the original Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And that's delayed till I don't know when. And the original roadmap had DLC for ship at before December.
Okay.
Then Hawkeye early this year, and then Black Panther sometime March, April. I
Right.
remember correct. We're so behind.
Okay.
I don't know. I believe the Hawkeye one will come out soon, and who knows about the Black Panther one.
Okay.
On a positive note, well, not it could be positive or negative depending on what system you have. The PlayStation will have Spider-Man exclusive content eventually.
Okay. Interesting.
Eventually, who knows when?
So one character only available to people that own the game on PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is the game available on PS4?
PS4, yeah. There is no PS5 enhanced version. It's only backwards
Okay.
compatible.
Got it. Terrible.
I'll be honest. So look, the game. Again, the longevity. If they keep on pumping out content, if they enable crossplay, and redo the end game,
Mm-hmm.
redo the end game by basically giving more end game activities, basically.
Right.
Not the same repetitive garbage that they have.
Yeah.
It could technically be saved, like No Man's Sky, Destiny being saved.
Yeah.
This was there. Fallout 76 was kind of saved.
Mm-hmm.
Anthem, well, Anthem is dead in the water. Anthem.
Don't say the A word.
Maybe we'll review Anthem eventually, but
Oh my God.
if you buy it,
Oh
I
my
might
God.
buy it.
If you want us to review Anthem, please send some money to our
Yes.
Patreon account because we're not paying for that.
Jesus. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay, so that goes for
I just
longevity. I mean, I guess to be stay tuned, basically, because the future of the game
well, it's a
is
lot. It's been written off. A lot of people
okay.
have written this game off already.
Okay. If
As
you've
long as they
lost your
come out with
player
recon.
base, if you've lost your player base, then I mean, at some point the company is gonna just slowly reduce downloadable content. They're not gonna produce DLCs. They're not gonna do hot fixes. That's one way to tell if the company is still after the game. Look for DLCs. Look for hot fixes. See what the content is coming out for. That way you'll know if the game is still being worked on. If the company cares about it, right?
What Square
Uh,
Enix does, they're releasing fixes. There's been a lot of patches. The performance is much better now than it was at the beginning. DLC is technically coming. I mean, they
yeah.
gave it chip campaign with 2 hours. It's free.
Okay. How much are the DLCs going to be?
Free. It's
Free.
free
Free
content.
DLCs. Okay. Okay. Well, that's
So,
worthwhile. And DLC
yep.
wise, we'll add something to the campaign, or is it just going to be end game
Yeah.
stuff?
Campaign and endgame stuff.
Okay.
So far, the endgame stuff is underwhelming as usual,
Okay.
but the campaign was decent. I enjoyed the Kate Bishop campaign.
Okay. So maybe per DLC, what? Add another 5 hours of campaign gameplay to each DLC.
Maybe
Okay.
two to 3 hours, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, there you
So,
have it. So
let's,
there's
well,
potential
no,
for the game.
look, from a value perspective, in my opinion, we'll talk about the last one here. At $39 that I paid Canadian, it's worth it for the campaign. I enjoyed the campaign.
Right. But that's because you're a
At
campaign
70,
kind of guy.
I am. I am.
You
At $70,
choose campaign over endgame.
I do. I do. At $70, I would not buy it.
Okay.
It doesn't have. There's not enough meat to it, basically.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy some endgame stuff. You know, I enjoy Destiny endgame. It's not very engaging here for me.
Yeah.
I barely played it, the endgame stuff. I'll wait for the free content, the DLC campaign content, and I got my money's worth. I feel for my $39.
Okay. All right.
But at full price,
Yeah.
I would not buy it. This is definitely a discount purchase, in my opinion.
Okay. So add it to your wish list and find out when you get your notification if you're really itching to get this game, which I would suggest you not, but go for it when it comes out on sale.
Yeah, look, I know you don't want. You're not gonna buy it.
I'll know.
I'll be forever alone playing this game.
Yes.
Campaign mode.
Yes, it's not like we have a lot of
But,
gaming friends. I mean, our dear friend who Boats McGee, who plays World of Warships, and is probably a Marvel fan. Actually, would never buy this game. So
No.
so this has
Yeah, but he
nothing to
would
do
never
with
buy.
being a Marvel fan or a DC Comics, Marvel Comics fan. Has nothing to do with that. It's really about the gamer inside of you comes out and says the game sucks. But you like the campaign. We covered the gameplay. We covered the graphics. We covered the performance. We covered the value. And well, no, we didn't cover the value yet.
Yeah,
Covered
we did.
longevity, and we covered the value. So we covered
covered
our five categories. And even after everything you explained to me, I would not buy this game. I don't like it. Like I'm looking at it, it looks nice. It looks aesthetically pleasing. It looks like a really cool desktop background that I would run in the background while as a screensaver. That's what I would do. It's a really nice screensaver. You can flame me all you want. That's fine. But you like it. I know you're the kind of gamer that enjoys the campaign content. The difference between you and me is I rushed through Cyberpunk and I finished it as soon as I could, whereas you did every type of side quest and you enjoy that type of content, and I want to get to the end game. So for me, a lack of end game is a lack of a game, and for you, it's campaign. So this is that type of game where you're going to get more out of the campaign than you will out of the end game. And that is completely up to you. So add it to your Steam wish list and check it out when it comes on sale. Hopefully you can get it even cheaper than you got it. Maybe $28.
Well, I got it for $39 Canadian.
Okay.
So it's probably going to be on sale eventually. Steam comes out with sales every.
Yeah.
It's going to be on sale soon. I say get it for $39.
Steam Spring Sale. Spring Sale should be coming up.
Get it for $39, in my opinion. Enjoy the campaign. Throw it away until there's new DLC. Install it, play the DLC. You'll get your money's worth for $39.
All right.
It's sad though. This game costs a ton of money to make. It costs.
Did you watch the cutscenes or did you skip through them like I do?
Jeez.
$1 million cutscenes. Escape.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Every time you skip a Destiny cutscene, Bungie cries a bit.
Every time. They get a report. They get a data spreadsheet on that every time. God. So for me, it's a womp womp womp. And for you?
It's a buy on a discount. It's a thumbs up on a discount. On a discount only.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. So, Roberto, do you have anything else you want to cover on this game? Anything else you want to show us, or?
Oh no, that's it. Basically, guys, tell us how you like the format. I mean, if this one here was we ad-libbed it. We don't want to go by script, so
no script.
We'll get a format flowing better in the next video, next few videos.
Absolutely.
We need to find a better tooling to do this.
Yes.
Especially for games that I have and you don't, and vice versa.
Exactly. If you guys have any suggestions for peer-to-peer streaming applications, leave some information down in the comments below. Let us know if there's a really cool application that we can use. Right now, we're really using a makeshift version of him streaming somewhere and me desktop streaming in through OBS. But if you guys know something we can use other than Steam Broadcast, because that is broken beyond belief, I'm not even going to look at that. It looks like rendered diarrhea all over the screen, so we're not even going to go into that. If you guys have any suggestions, leave it in the comments below. And for the time being, if we don't get any feedback, we're going to continue with this platform and we're going to do a weekly review of a game. Generally speaking, 1 week it'll be you reviewing a game that you have in your library, and 1 week it'll be me reviewing a game in my library, and we'll take pot shots at the game and talk about the 5 categories.
So next week, I believe we're going to do Rust. We both have it.
Rust. Most toxic game on Steam. Rust. You got it.
Subscribe, guys. We'll do Rust next week, which has become extremely popular again.
Yep.
It's old. It's my turn to bash it. Yeah. I can't stand the game, but get the details next week.
You got it. You got it. So, guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like. Subscribe for the next week. Don't forget, on Mondays we have Chat, which is our tech talk, where we discuss everything that's gone on in the tech world. I know we've done 2 episodes with that. We've had somewhat success with that. So if you guys are interested in that, subscribe so you can watch those videos as well. And thanks a lot for watching our videos, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, take care, guys.
Peace out.